Well, a very good afternoon. It's the 11th of August 23. Anyone with a keen eye will realise that's at Vorlich House. So that on the pathway for Beinn Domhnuill. But I'm not going up Beinn Domhnuill today. I'm going to mosey up and try and take in a, well, dependent on the time left, because I realise there's going to be showery activity around lunchtime, so I didn't set off early at all today. But if I've got time, I'll do Beinn Domhnuill and Glen Vorlich, which is quite a big one, at over 2,654 feet. I don't know if I'll do them actually. I just wanted to escape the environment and get out and about and get some August sunshine. It's been a busy week actually, but I thought I'll just come up here for the afternoon. So it's 2 o'clock, and as I say, it'd be a bit of a luxury if you could just get out of your bed in the morning and go straight on the hills, but there's always things to do, and we might get caught out the shower today, so we'll see what happens, but let's push on anyway. Okay, we're just about 1 hour in from the shore side, from Loch Earn. That's my intended target today. It's pretty rough ground. Beinn Domhnuill is basking in the sunshine just now, but there's a lot of shower clouds around. But for the moment they're breaking up, not so bad. So fingers crossed we get at least to the summit dry. Yeah, I can feel the wetness in the atmosphere though. It's quite humid. It's pleasant in the sunshine right enough, but these are big thundery clouds, these ones. Cumulonimbus. If they start joining together, then that's when they start producing their large amounts of precipitation. So we'll push on, Annie. It's nearly 3 o'clock. I've done alright so far, but it's a long way to the top. A very long way actually. Okay, it's getting a bit blowy. That's where I come from. I'm heading up here. Ooh. It's hard work, Andy, isn't it? Beinn Domhnuill. So the wind's coming in from the southwest. Got a bit of shelter coming around this loop. There's definitely rain on its way. So I'll flag the summit. That's just going all the way out towards Loch. That's the Aberruchels there, which sit behind Conway. So St Fillan's is just down over there. That's the hills which I've done across these tops there, and all the ones along there as well. Is it Beinn Halton, I think it's called. Yeah, I done them 2 years ago in August, July, August time. It's hard work in the summer, I tell you. I don't know you can hear me in this camera actually. But you've got Beinn Domhnuill at the back there, Carl Choice, all the Grampians there, and that's the hills I was up last weekend away over there. That's Crieff hill up at the back at that Shron Canade, or what you call it, Beinn Domhnuill and all that over there. Through Glen Vorlich. I mean, it's pleasant to look at, but it's not good for camera work. There's too much water in the atmosphere. But we made good progress. That was 2 hours from the valley floor. The lochs. Right through that way to Glenartney. Down through that way to Glenartney. And that's down into Stirlingshire. I've done this one, of course, plenty of times. I've done it in winter as well. Right, Andy, we've got a cup of tea, laddie. Settle behind us all. So it's quite cold up top, so I'll put my gloves on for a short while. You might just see some people at the top of Beinn Domhnuill, not Beinn Domhnuill, Andrew, Beinn Vorlich. Can't steady enough. They're up there. The rain's coming through, so I better get down. A long way down. Thanks for having me. To me, that's the reason, well, I'm totally convinced that this cloud seeding goes on a regular basis. The planes go somewhere where the wind is coming. I mean, look, there's blue sky, there's high altitude cloud, which is normal for August. You always get that white fluffy cloud in August, and that very, very perfect blue sky that you get also in the month of August, from memory at least. But these clouds, there's two different levels of the skyline, so it makes me think that these clouds are artificially made. They're rain-bearing clouds, and specifically made from silver iodine, and it's to keep everybody gloomy and miserable and upset about the weather. I mean, there's been no let-up from these clouds really this summer. It doesn't matter which way the wind's coming from, and today, coming from the southwest, it's just exactly the same, isn't it? So we're back on the track and we're heading down for the loch side once more. There's a shower of rain passing through, but after the type of rain that I experienced last weekend, particularly on the 6th of August, on the Sunday, up in Auckland area by Glen Almond, everything else thereafter is just like, well, it's just rain, isn't it? It's the bracken's going back quick in some quarters. But, it's been a good ascent, that one at the back. I've quite enjoyed it. It's quite a lot of exertion to get up. It's quite boggy ground for a stretch, but yeah, it's all right. I mean, there's not a path up, but sometimes it's good just to make your own way up a mountain. There is a slight track, of course, halfway into the bogland, but we're now on firm ground, so to speak. The last time I was up here was in wintry conditions. In fact, I remember just down here having to cross fairly, I suppose in a way quite dangerous ice on the burns. It was all packed up and very slippy, but I made it. But I'm not going to linger here. I'm just going to switch the camera off and make our way down the Yellowwick Road and see if we can get to the Wizard of Oz. I'm feeling for you, Mr. Roundtree. I wouldn't be surprised if you were about, what, 150 years of age, eh? I'm sure you are. Look at all your arms and legs all twisted about, eh? I don't know if you chose to live here or not. I don't think somebody planted you there. I think you're seeded there. Probably a blackbird or something's dropped the berry, eh? Landed it there. And you've sprouted away. I mean, you've got a good view. You can't deny that. It's not bad. I don't know if you get fed up looking at the same place, but I mean, you're quite protected here in a sense, because most of the wind, apart from, I would say, when it's coming, well, even from the north, you're slightly protected by the hills on the opposite side of Loch Earn. I think when the worst lot would be if it's coming straight from the northeast. That's the hills away over there at the back of Leadnock. They look down onto Loch Leadnock, these mountains. And so when the wind comes from the northeast, I think that's probably when you suffer most. But I feel for you all there on your own. And I don't know if anyone ever visits you and has a chat. But I thoroughly enjoyed speaking to you today. And I better just give you a little. It's not easy getting over here actually. But I'll come and give you a little. Aye. You're a fine tree. Been here a long time. Ain't you? Aye, you're getting old. Look. You're getting old and grey. But you're a bonny old tree. And I'm glad I saw you today for a bit of leather. Right. You're definitely quite old now. But plenty of wisdom. And the older you get, the more wisdom you've got. And the stronger you are. Well, not for everyone, I suppose. But, it's a fine place to be. Yep. I think you chose to stay here. I think you did. You probably, well, aye. Bye bye. So that's me finished my walk. I've had a bit of refreshment and obviously changed out my boots and stuff. I mean, I was 2 hours up. I had a half an hour at the top, 2 hours down, and I had a half an hour linger because I stopped for another cup of tea. And the time I stood and talked to the round tree, because well, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was so welcoming. I came around the corner and it was just there, and it almost as though it said, "Oh, hello there, I know you." And so we entered into a bit of dialogue together, and it was well, it really made my day. In fact, I think that was probably the most enjoyable part of the whole day, was chatting to the round tree, the old round tree. I better not wait here too long because I'm in a passing place, and people need this for obviously pulling in if a car comes in the opposite direction. So I'm going to get away. But there was a couple of young girls going about in bicycles, vintage bicycles. It just made me think. I mean, there was joyous and screaming and all the rest of it. And thank you for moving out the way. And just having a good time. It was just really good. There's a lot of people actually camped out in the shore this evening, which is, I mean, they've got signs everywhere saying it's illegal, and some people do get arrested for you know, at least this, you know, the name's not taken for camping there, because there's big signs saying no camping between March and October. But there's dozens and dozens of people camped out tonight with fires and stuff, so I can't see them arresting everybody. But it's really beautiful in the loch. Look, that's the Loch Earn head up there at the very end there, of course. And yeah, I was thinking there as well. I mean, I actually spotted it again today. When you travel through Comrie, I stopped off in Comrie shortly. Parking's terrible in that village, actually. It's terrible to stop anywhere now. But the number of vintage bicycles that are in use in Comrie is quite amazing, actually. Most of the bicycles I see people on date back, well, I think the oldest ones I see is in mid 1980s, maybe even earlier when I think about it. Yeah, probably the 70s. There's a lot of cyclists in Comrie, but no, they don't splash out in any of these new fandangle machines that cost thousands of pounds. I remember when I worked in insurance, somebody called to say I need to insure my bicycle. Well, where's it kept? It's kept in the garden shed. I said, well, it's only covered up to £2,500 with everything else. Really? I said, how much is it worth? He says, it's £15,000. I said, what, for a bike? And I think he felt quite insulted. I think my manager, listening to the call at a later date, said to me, try and have a little bit more decorum when you're in conversation with our customers, please, Andrew. But £15,000 for a damn cycle. I said, well, you need to get specialist insurance for it. So that was the story. But anyway, we shall toddle off. It's a very pleasant evening. As far as the Met Office was concerned today, we should have been sheltering from thunderstorms since 2 o'clock, and I looked at the sky myself and I said, no, No, it's we might get a shower, but that's it. I think I counted 2 showers, which only only dampened my brow. That's about all it did. It's quite a muggy night actually. A lot of edges about, of course, but so we're gonna get along this single track road. There's a lot of vehicles all stationary at every available space they can get. So I'll head out to St Fillan's and then a right turn and get down the road. I've just been taking my time as normal. I've been out of the house since what time did you leave the house today, Annie? Can't remember. But I've been at Loch Earn since about 20 to 2. So time to get home. My tea's half cooked, so all I've got to do is cook my potatoes and broccoli, and she'll be sitting down for that, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, for about 8:30. Okay, I better go. Here comes a 4x4 at my back with bright lights on. It's a VW, and no, is it an Amarok or something? I might get one of those actually for the winter. Yes, I think we will, Andy. We'll take ourselves up some high-level moors from winter climbing. Well, the rain's on now. I'm just pulled in. I'm going to have a cigarette before I make the journey on the A85. That's the Achray House Hotel over there in the white building. And further up, you can't see it from here, but there's the Four Seasons Hotel, which I've worked in and stayed in. I've stayed there as a guest on more than one occasion actually. Stayed there in the chalet, and we also, my working colleagues from London, we came up and stayed there. A wonderful time. 1989. And also 1995 was it. A great place. And I worked in the Four Seasons, and I worked in the Drummond Arms Hotel, which is, can't see it from this point either, it's further down. And I think this road is pretty tricky to drive, I'll have to tell you that. There's not a lot of places to pull in if you meet somebody. But it's generally just in reverse and keep going back. But what I was going to say there, yeah, when I used to climb Beinn Domhnuill, I used to have to walk before the motor vehicle, get the bus to St Fillan's, and then walk the whole damn way to where I was parked just now, and then set off in the mountain, and then come back down off the mountain, and then walk the whole damn way back here, and round to St Fillan's. And the panic, it used to be my legs, because at that time the last bus out of St Fillan's was 20 minutes to 5 in the evening. I think it was a school bus that used to come up here and drop the school kids off, and then done a quick about turn and then left to go back down. And I had to always, I see me running along here with my heavy boots and the rucksack swaying back and forth on my shoulders as I sprinted for the bus. Yeah, I better get moving away from here. No, I'm going to have a cigarette first. I should be travelling so fast as damn. I've been doing 20 miles an hour. I think it's the right speed, to be perfectly honest. But it's been a jolly day. I've really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. It's amazing if you just put your mind to something and just say, right, that's what I'm going to do today. At first my legs were very tired because that 22-mile hike on Sunday drained the legs just ever so slightly. But, so I might load this now. I might load my information about the Hollow Mountain been croaking when I was up on Thursday. Was it Thursday, Annie? No, it wasn't. It was Wednesday because you enjoyed the classical music on the return leg home. That's right, Andy. That's right. Go and get a cigarette and clear up your brain, eh?